Welcome back, everybody, to the Just Jordane show. We're back. We're back. What's going on? How are you? I hope you're having a great Friday. I do apologize. First of all, let me start off by saying I do apologize that we did not have a show yesterday. Yesterday, I was trying to fit everything in, but instead of getting a lot better, instead of actually locking this in here, I ended up falling asleep. I was going to do a live stream yesterday before I went to training, but I passed out, guys. I passed out. I was just too tired. Thank you, Lori, for liking the page. And guys, while we're at the beginning, go on and click that like button, click that share button. Oh, we can always use the support over here on the Just Jordane show, and I am Just Jordane, Paul Jordane here, talking to you live as we do every Monday or every Tuesday through Friday. And then it's sporadic sometimes. It is what it is. What's up, Allison? How you doing? Michigan girl, love the haircut. Thank you, Michigan girl. I do appreciate that. Joshua, long time no see. Yeah, long time no see, brother. I just started bringing the show back, so we're getting back to normal. What's up, Allison? What's up, Aladine? How are you? Rick Morris, thank you for liking the page as well. You guys are here as well. Hell yeah. Daystone Wolf up in this sucker. Daystone Wolf going saying, hi, how's it going? Got here early. You did get here earlier now, Daystone Wolf. You're here early. We're going to be talking about dreams today. What are some of the weirdest, craziest dreams that you would have never even imagined? What are some of the craziest things? Hello, new look. Yes, new look time. It's you got to freshen it up sometimes, guys. You got to freshen it up. And I was thinking, I was like, man, the hair's getting a lot longer, and it is very, very, it's so annoying having very long hair. You got to wash it. You got to dry it. And I don't dry it like that. I just let it dry. I just let it dry out the way that it's supposed to be, but it takes a long time. It's just too much maintenance. It's too much of a mess everywhere. It's just that having the shorter hair is so much better. And the funny thing is, whenever I got my hair cut, I got so many people saying, oh, man, you look so much better. You look so much better. I went to training last night, and all the guys were like, oh, man, you look good. What'd you do? It's like, I just cut my hair. That's all I did. All I did was cut my hair. Makes me look better? Cool, I'll take it. That's, hey, can't beat that. Good stuff, guys. Happy Friday. I hope that you had a good day. Did you have a good day? I had a wonderful day. I ended up sleeping in because I had training last night, so I was gonna try to do the old IG live last night, but I couldn't. Thank you, Stephen Fowler, for liking the page. Good old Stephen Fowler out there doing the Lord's work. Daystone Wolf, here we go. Daystone Wolf, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do, and that's a saying that really hit me hard. It really hit me hard, and it keeps me motivated. It keeps me motivated because I have all these ideas that I want to do, but we can talk about the ideas. We can talk about them all we want. We can talk about them all day, and it's fun speculating and all these other good things, but whatever you say, you're not that. It's what you do. It's what you do. That's who you really are. You're not what you say, you're what you do. And that's a hard thing, Stephen Fowler, doing the Lord's work. Doing the Lord's work more so in the saying, more so just in the saying they're doing some good stuff. Not actually the Lord's work. I mean, come on. Nobody could actually do the Lord's work except for Paul Jordane or Paul Jesus. Paul Jesus Jordane. Jesus. Or whoever your Lord is, get into that. Get into a whole religious battle. Oh, we're going to debate. I'm an atheist. I'm a Christian. Blah, 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 blah. Does any of it matter? No, nothing matters. Okay. Yes, it does. No, it don't. It's just like politics or whatever. People it's just something for people to argue over. Let people argue, Let them argue. But I had a great Friday. I got home last night pretty late from training. It's about a 2-hour drive for me to get back, so I had to make my way back home, and I'm staying at Aunt Rhonda's here for a couple of months. And while I was making my way into her doorway, I made a stone cold entrance. Guys, I did the fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin entrance. So she has a door regular door to the side of her house, and I can sneak in and I can run over to the room that I'm staying in and then run out anytime that I need to, and I'm not bothering anybody, and I don't want to bother anybody. Last night I came home at about 1:30, something like that, 1:30, 2:30. I don't remember exactly the time. I stopped paying attention to the time. I stopped paying attention to time after that. Like I when it goes back to, like you were pointing out the quote, Daystone Wolf, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. I keep telling myself that wrestling is my number one priority, but I wasn't treating it like it was my number one priority. So I had to reassess my strategy in my life and make sure that I make the right time to pursue my passions that I care about the most. Because a lot of times I'll hold myself back from wrestling, not necessarily for any other reason other than I'm thinking I need to work this normal job to make sure that everything else is taken care of, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't matter. It's like I think it was literally a week ago, we had the Find Your Bliss episode. And the Find Your Bliss episode was really an eye-opener for me. It was a big eye-opener for me. That story that we shared on the Find Your Bliss episode, I have to keep these things in my head so that I keep it rolling and keep it going, and it's tough. But yeah, that's just how it goes, man. I came in late. Aunt Rhonda has this door, and I did the Stone Cold entrance, and you guys know the glass breaking, right? There's 3 glass planes in her outside door, and normally, so it's a wooden door, and it swells up. So it swells up, and it's hard to open sometimes. So you have to give it a little kick to open it up. Last night, I thought that it was swollen again, even though it wasn't that hot. Usually it just gets swollen whenever it's hot, but it wasn't very hot. So I thought that I thought that was what the problem was. Turns out that she had it locked. And instead of giving it a kick on the bottom, for some reason, I decided, and guys, this is like, you have to think about what you're doing. Please pay attention to what you're doing, because I felt so dumb when I did this, and oh my God. I mean, it's all fixed now, but actually, here, I'll show you the door. This door right here. That door right there. That middle pane, I shouldered that bitch. And guys, I'm sorry, on Instagram, you'll have to jump over to Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, and all that other good shit to see what I'm pointing at. But that middle pane, I put my shoulder right through it. I put my shoulder right through the damn thing, and it was a mess of glass all over the place. And then Aunt Rhonda wasn't asleep. She was upstairs somewhere, and she heard it, and she was like, "Hey, who's that? What are you doing?" And I was like, shit. My bad. I accidentally broke your window. And then she laughed at me and was like, "Ha, you goofball, you dumbass. What are you going to do next?" And I was like, "I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't speculate too much, because, I mean, if I already did that, I'm sure that there's probably more that I could do. Probably a lot more that I could do. I'm telling you, a lot more." But hey, what are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? Sometimes accidents happen, guys. Accidents happen. I'm not. Oh, I could actually show you guys on Instagram. There you go. It's that door right there. It's the third pane. See, we're multitasking up on this bitch, and I'm the only producer that I have, so we're working, guys. We're making it work, baby. We're making it work. But I broke that window, and then, of course, came back in. It was very late, and I had to get some food, lay down, try to pass out. I don't sleep very good whenever I have wrestling, because I'm just so in the zone. I'm so amped up. I'm so hyped up. So it is hard for me to sleep at nighttime. But taking CBD does kind of help. It helps me a little bit. I don't know if it's CBD or melatonin, which one helps better. Maybe melatonin, maybe. But I don't know. I'm experimenting around, because on those nights, it's just hard for me to relax. But I don't want to take anything like some NyQuil or something like that that's going to make you feel really groggy in the morning, and you're not, I didn't get enough sleep. And it's a cold medicine anyway, so, like, why are you even worried about it, you know? So it was a good past couple of days. Training's been going really good. I've been working on some secret moves that I'm going to be breaking out in the next couple of weeks, actually, in the very next couple of weeks with my bookings that I have coming up, and then lots of stuff. Then we're off to the races. So it's going to be a lot of good stuff. But I have to make sure that I'm doing the work. I have to make sure that I am doing, and I'm not saying. You are what you do, not what you say. So that's more of a reminder for me, because every time I look over here, you are what you do, not what you say you'll do. It hits me because I'm like, yep, you are what you do. Go do it. Go do it. We can talk about it all day, but you got to go do it. Day Stone Wolf, Paul Jesus Jordane, the holiest person in the world. You damn right, Day Stone Wolf, and don't you ever forget it. That's all I got. That's all the spirituality you're going to get from me. That's all the spirituality that I've got, baby. That's all the spirituality that I've got. Stephen Fowler, just messing with you, brother. Well, you're on your own path, brother. You're on your own path. I was on my path to grow my hair out, and then I got tired of it, and I was like, let's get rid of this shit. Let's get rid of it. Done with it. Done with it. Done with it. Michigan girl, laughing emojis. Mahoney Games, what's up, my brother? Mahoney Games is up in the chat. He said he got a haircut. Yeah, got a haircut. Got to change it up every now and then. You got to make sure that you're staying on top of your game. You got to make sure that you change it. You know, you make some little changes here and there every now and then, all that other good stuff. And maybe I'll go clean cut. I don't know. I can be one of the clean cut combos or whatever. But it's been a good day. It's been a good day. I woke up a little bit later than I planned, went for a 5-mile run, took Aunt Rhonda's dogs for a 5-mile run, and they did a really good job because it's not that hot out anymore. It's not that hot out anymore. So on the run, we didn't have to stop any, because normally we have to stop, but we didn't have to stop at this time. Daystone Wolf. Daystone Wolf, I pray to the Temple of Jordane. And you know what? Your prayers will be answered. Your prayers will be answered. Your prayers will be answered. So what's going on in the world, guys? What's going on? Is anybody else up to anything? What's some of the weirdest and craziest dreams that you've had? Can you think of any weird or crazy dreams that you've had? I'm about to take an IHTP moment real quick, and then we're going to get into some crazy dreams. We're going to get into some weird dreams that I've had, and if you would like to share some of your dreams, go on and type it out, and we'll break down your dream too, and we'll do some fun dream interpretation and see if we can interpret what our dreams are. What the hell, or at least if none of y'all even want to talk about your dreams, we'll try to break down my dreams. I'll just be honest and share it with you, even though I woke up like, what the fuck? What the hell kind of dream was I just doing? What was that? What did I just experience? OMG. That, like, and it happened 2 times this week. 2 times. So I don't know what the hell is going on with my brain, but a bunch of changes are going on in my brain, and it must be a lot of the changes that I've made in my life recently. So we'll see, though. We'll see. And not only the haircut. Not only the haircut. All right, I'm going to go IHTP. I will BRB, and then we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. I'll be back in just a moment. IHTP. Okay. We're back now. Did you hear the dogs? Did you hear the dogs? And Aunt Rhonda's going to be here in just a little bit, too, to say hello and say what's up. But right now I have a couple of stories with the dreams that we were having, because the dreams are going to be a little cray-cray. All right. Let me go on to the chat real quick, and then we'll get into it. Mahoney Games, we should have a vote. Hold on. Well, where'd it go? Mahoney Games, we should have a vote. Should you go bald or get a mohawk? I hope I'm not going bald. I hope I'm not going bald. I think I would look corny as shit in a mohawk, though. I don't think I could pull off a mohawk. I think a mohawk would look just dumb on me. But I might be wrong. Maybe it would look good. Maybe it really would look good, though. Got to give it a try, right? Maybe I'll do a mohawk. Maybe I'll put my hair in a mohawk and how do you do that? You just like bend over and then do like that and then spray paint it, hairspray it. Spray paint it might actually work out pretty good too. Oh man, Stephen Fowler, I get the same way for a while. I want it long and then I'll go to where I want it short. Yeah, that's how it goes, man. That's how it goes. I do the same thing. When I keep it short for a while, I'll wanna get it cut. Or if I keep it long for a while, I want to get it cut. But if I have it short for a long time, then I like changing it up. I like changing it up. It feels good, but I like how it looks right now. But thank you guys for the compliments. And I know I have gotten people complaining as well, and I apologize for cutting the hair, but it will grow back. Mahoney Games, no, I just realized you moved, didn't you? The ghosts are gone. So Mahoney, the problem is I don't know if they're ghosts or demons. So, I don't know what the technical difference is, but I do know that they follow me. Maybe they are my demons. There's two of them. I know I've talked about it in the past. But I moved out, got out of my apartment, got all my stuff over here. I got my podcast stuff and I got a bed. It's about all I need for the next couple of months until I relocate to where I'm going. But I noticed that whenever I did get out, I think that the demons did stay in the apartment for a little bit, but then I think that they realized that I wasn't coming back, and then they left and they were probably looking for me. And I had a few scenarios at Aunt Rhonda's house that made me realize that I don't think they're gone. And they're out here. They're out here and they're doing their thing. But I don't think that they're gone. I really don't think that they're gone. It's weird. Yeah, they're not bad. They're my demons. They're my ghosts. They're not bad. That's the thing. But they just do weird stuff. If I wasn't used to it, you would think that they were mean or whatever. But they're looking for attention. They mainly just want attention. They want you to acknowledge them. I don't think they want to be mean. I mean, I can't literally talk to them, but I don't think that they're trying to be mean. So, it's an interesting thing though, because it feels like maybe they are a part of me or a part of how I am, and I know that they're probably going to follow me. And if I get away, I'll get away for a little while, but I do think that they're going to follow. I think that they're going to follow me. I think I'm going to end up following them. So over here on the old IG, we got a dream story. Michigan girl said, my dream I have is to keep myself. Oh, my dreams I have to keep to myself because it's dreams, that is. Well, let's just say it's not for TV, LOL. Yeah, exactly. And my dreams are not for TV either, especially once I tell you how these go down. God of Sparrows, you cut your hair. I know, I'm sorry. God of Sparrows, you look handsome. Well, thank you, God of Sparrows. I do appreciate that. And I know that it's a big change. It's a big transition that people can't get used to. So I hope that it's not bad, though. I hope it's not bad. I hope that you guys end up, even if you don't like it, I hope that you learn to like it, or at least you try to learn to love it, at least. All right, Daystone Wolf. I was in the white void next to my cousin. He was naked, but had no crotch. And after, kind of like Marilyn Manson, you've seen Marilyn Manson dress up. Maybe it wasn't dressed up, but Marilyn Manson had kind of a gimmick where he would he would be like a naked alien figure with no crotch. And after looking at him, I drove a stake in his heart. Then he just stood there bleeding, and before I woke up, he said, "Wake up." Ah, that's kind of creepy, though. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that some crazy stuff? That's some crazy stuff, bro. That's some crazy stuff. Daystone Wolf, have you tried a Ouija board? If you get cursed, call a priest. I have not tried a Ouija board, and maybe me and Dreama will try that whenever I get Dreama back on the show. Maybe we'll do a Ouija board, and we'll try to see like who's doing what and how they're getting it. You know, how if we can communicate with them, because if they're my demons, then they'll communicate, because I like talking, obviously. No shit. So if they're my demons, they're going to want to try to communicate. But it'd be really cool. You know what? That's a great idea. That's actually a really, really good idea. Christopher Barclough has now entered. Thank you, Christopher Barclough. Right here, baby. Christopher Barclough has made it into the chat, and he said, hello. He gave a like and a share, and he said, what's up, guys? I am now here. Number one fan is here. Thank you, Christopher Barclough. Mahoney Games, I'm safe. I got my Bible next to me. Yeah, you're safe. You're safe. I don't have a Bible. Maybe I should get one. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the demons. I do kind of like the demons. I think that they're pretty good. I can so get used to this. Okay, good God of sparrows. I was worried. I hope that it's not bad. Oh shit! I dropped my pen. Now you guys know I need my pen so that I can point at stuff with it. It's not like I write down too much, but it is what it is. All right. So these dreams are weird. Dreams are crazy. Like, what the hell are dreams? Dreams are such a mystery to people. Like, they don't make any sense. Like, what exactly are dreams? What the hell is a dream? You fall asleep. Next thing you know, you're doing your taxes with your neighbor, and the other neighbor's dog's hanging out chilling with you, and you don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, what the hell am I doing? Why am I even here? What am I doing? What is this? This is ridiculous. But a lot of times you don't realize that you're in a dream and it's real to you. So this dream that I'm going to explain to you, I was 100% in it. And I was not happy with the way that everything turned out. Everything was very crazy to me. It was very crazy. So I'm just going to go off of what I remember. And I remembered, like, the first thing that I remember was I was sitting in my apartment. It was my old apartment, but I was in my old apartment, and I was sitting there. And I was wondering, like, okay, what am I doing here? I thought I was out of here. What's up, Alex? How are you, buddy? And Call Heather has entered the chat as well. Christopher Barclough, it's time for ghost stories with Mr. Jordane. Freddie loves to haunt people in their dreams. We're not doing ghost stories. We're doing dreams. And maybe ghosts can be in your dreams, though. I'm sure that they can jump into your dreams, so it could be some ghost stories. Lori, I like looking up what dreams mean. Me too. And we'll get into that, too, because there's a lot of symbolism that I'd like for us to break down and see exactly what do we do, how do we interpret some of our dreams? How do we figure out, like, what do they mean? If they mean anything. Mahoney Games, are dreams fake or are they in a multiverse? Are they fake or are they in a multiverse? So they can be fake because you experience them, though you don't experience them with your physical body. You do experience them with your consciousness. And if your consciousness is a part of the multiverse, which we are all made of stardust, and if our consciousness in our brains is experiencing a dream, so our brains, which is made of stardust, which all of us biological beings are made of stardust, and then it's termed interpreting. So maybe they are real. Maybe they're more real than what we really think. Maybe they're peeks into the multiverse where you are living a different life, but this is another version of you that's going on in a different part of the universe at a different time in a different place. If the universe is infinity, then a million of us or a billion of us exist, living billions, and everything that's possibly that can exist exists. So it's one of those things. when you really try to break it down and really think about it, like, man, is this a multiverse thing or is this a man? That's crazy. That's a crazy thing. That's all cray cray. Dude, I would let you haunt my dreams. I haunt a lot of people's dreams, whether it be good or bad. Whether it be good or bad, I be haunting people. Daystone Wolf. I was in what I could describe as a crack den, shooting my cousins with a shotgun. Then after killing them, I looked down at their corpse, then fell down a spiral before waking up. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like you wouldn't actually shoot your cousins. I mean, maybe you would if you were mad enough. But that's just something that's out of nowhere, and it's like, wait a minute, did I just do some crazy shit? And I'm glad that you shared that, Daystone Wolf, because this is very close to the direction that my story is. My story's a little bit crazy like that as well. It's really crazy. It's really crazy. Mahoney Games. How do we really know we aren't in a coma dreaming or 80 or remembering our lives? How do we know that we're not in the Matrix and we're just dreaming this right now anyway? We have a thing stuck into our heads, and does it make any sense? Does it make any sense? Possibly. The Matrix is a very fascinating and interesting story, and I like the concept, and it could be true, especially with the more deeper that we get with all this AI and all this transhumanism and all this other good stuff that the world's going to be going towards. It's crazy to see what the future is going to be. But our consciousness and what we are and who we are is going to be changing. Everything's going to be changing, and we're still trying to figure out who the hell we are now anyway. God of Sparrows, I'm just going to simp for you even more now. Hey, man, I like it. I'll simp for you, too. Simping ain't easy. Simping ain't easy. Christopher Barclough. Mr. Jordane, you mean Cody Gimmick Stardust? Yeah. Mahoney Games. When I was a kid, I would always have a nightmare about a bomb in a park. What if that's a vision warning for a future me? That's a really good point, Mahoney. One of the before we go too far off track, but I've had a dream where that scene, and maybe some of you will be aware of it, but do you know that scene in Terminator 2 where who's the girl? Sarah Connor, where Sarah Connor's like glimpsing into the future, and she's watching the beginning of the androids trying to take out the humans, and it's an atom bomb. An atom bomb goes off, and she's just staring. Thank you, Christopher Barclough, Sarah Connor. There's an atom bomb that's going off, and she's like at a park, and she sees her daughter. She's just watching her daughter or son play. Maybe she was watching John Connor play, and she's just like hanging onto a fence, and then a nuclear blast comes. And you just see like the mushroom, and then you see fire coming. And then you just see her hanging on to a chain link fence, and then her skin melts away, and it's literally just the skeleton just hanging there and just being melted away. And that vision of that fucking, just that vision alone, I had nightmares about that for years. Because there's nothing you can do. Just imagine if you're in that situation, and it doesn't have to be an atom bomb. It's just any type of travesty that's possibly going to happen. Man, it messed me up bad, man. So Mahoney, like, dude, that might be in our future. Who knows? Who knows? There might be some people who are like, you know what? I'm tired of the world. I think we need to start over. And then, boom, they'll start over. That's a good one, though. That's a good one, though, because that one will mess you up. That'll mess you up. But in a park, that's almost the Terminator 2 vision. I mean, that's almost it. Like, you're in a park, and then a bomb goes off, and woof, there's nothing you can do. God of Sparrows, I had a dream where a train ripped off my arms and legs, but no blood came out of me. So that's very interesting that you say that, God of Sparrows. We got a lot of stories here now. So my Aunt Rhonda, and I'll actually have her on before we finish up. I'll have her sit beside me over here, and we'll have a little bit of a conversation before we before we finish the show. But I want to get through the conversation at hand as we go. But where you got your arms ripped off and stuff like that, so maybe getting your stuff ripped off isn't. Maybe you would bleed normally for that, but Aunt Rhonda used to work downtown, and the light rail, which is a train, it's a public transportation train that goes from straight downtown BWI south of Baltimore to north of Baltimore. It's just a straight line, and you can just jump on the bus for like $2 or like $4 a day and just ride it all you want to up and down Baltimore. And a lot of times people try to commit suicide jumping in front of the train. One guy tried to do that. He jumped into it, and then it slid right over him, but it chopped off his legs. But it chopped his legs off so hard that the wheel and the what's the thing that a train is on? Track. The metal track that the train was on with the wheels cut off his leg, but whenever it cut off his leg, it shut it down too. Like it pinched it. It pinched it so much till there was no blood. So this guy was laying there in shock, couldn't move. He's like fucking shaken up, and legs completely chopped off and no blood. No blood. So God of Sparrows, that's very, very possible. That's a very possible thing. That can happen. That's just one of those, that happens. It's happened. She saw the video. Like, I saw the video. Like, one of my friends recorded it from the security footage, and he showed me, and I was like, holy shit, dude. That, first of all, that's fucked up. And second of all, there's no blood? Wow. Wow. Craziness. Daystone Wolf, a common dream is when I'm on a really tall building and I step off. When I told my brain not to, but I go down, and as I'm falling like 100 stories, just before I splatter on the ground, I wake up in a cold sweat. I think that I've had that, but I've had that where I rolled off, like I was sleeping on the couch and I rolled off the couch and I was like, whoa, here it is. Finally, here it is. I don't have to wait for it anymore. Here we go. And then I wake up and I'm like, oh my God, I'm glad that was a dream. But my story now, I woke up being like, I'm glad this is a dream. Holy shit, I'm glad this was a dream. So, Insane Clown Posse had a song, It's All Over. What do you mean, Christopher Barkloff? What do you mean, bro? What do you mean? Mahoney Games, did you hear about the guy who 100 of people had the same dream about? No, I did not. But I'm interested in that now. Now I wish I knew about that. Mahoney Games also, now I'm scared. Yeah, I know, right? It's definitely a possibility. It's definitely a possibility. Definitely a possibility. So, my dream, I was at my old apartment. And this guy, I'm talking to this guy, and I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea who this guy is. But we're chit-chatting, and he's telling me about this feud that he has with this person down the street. And he's like, yeah, man, this person's blah, 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 blah. I gotta do something about it. I gotta do something about them. There's something that I gotta do about this. And then I was like, well, there's a lot of things that you can do, man. There's a lot of things that you can do. And I remember watching this movie. I remember it had Justin Timberlake in it, but I don't remember who else was in it. But it was about some teenage white kids who were into like gangster rap. But they're like rich white kids, and they live in this area where they're all kind of like trying to act like they're gangsters, even though like they got good families and shit like that. They don't have to be. They're just doing it because they like it. But one of them ends up like stealing another one of the kids, and he has like one of those machine guns that you can just press it and just go. I don't know what the fuck it's called, but it's like a handheld automatic rifle. You can just, maybe not even a rifle. I'm not too familiar with guns and shit. So But these kids were talking to each other, acting like they were badass, and they were like, "Fuck you, man. We'll fucking kill you if we have to, man." And it was all over a ransom for like a little bit of drug money, maybe. Maybe it was drug. I don't remember the movie that much. I just remember the basic concept. And these kids were out there. They took him out to the desert, and had they not killed him, he would have. Everything would have. Nothing was a big deal that they were going through. Nothing was a big deal that they were going through. But in their heads, it was a big deal, and in their heads, they had to go through with this. So they ended up taking the kid, and they're friends. They're all friends. Even the kid that they kidnapped was friends. Like, they were partying and having fun and shit like that. And then they were like, okay, we got to finish this. And then they literally put the kid in the hole. They dug a hole in the desert, had him lay in it, and was like, all right, man, good night. And then he was crying, begging, like, please, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. We just hung out. We were having fun. And then they killed him. They buried him, and they got out of there. They got the job done. But that always threw me off. It always bothered me so much because I was like, wow, it's crazy that people could have the wherewithal to do something like that. But they do. They do that all the time. People do that shit all the time. They do dumb shit all the damn time. But I just didn't understand that. Wait a minute. That's like, man, they didn't even think this through. Like, dude. And they all went to prison. They all went to prison for life. It's like, you know, we can't murder somebody and get away with it, especially something so blatant like that. But that was your friend too, man. Or at least he thought he was your friend, or at least y'all thought y'all were acting like y'all were friends or something like that. And it's crazy. So this story is kind of like that, or this dream is kind of like that, where I'm talking to this person. He's having a feud with this person down the street, and I don't even know these people. I don't know any of it. It's just a weird scenario that was in my brain for some reason. And he's like, well, what do you want to do, man? What do you want to do, man? Christopher Barkloff, Mr. Jordane, it's like you're describing the movie Powder. That might be what it is. If it had Justin Timberlake in it, and it was about, like teenage white kids who are really into hip-hop, trying to act like they're thugs, and then they end up killing one of their friends because they took shit a little bit too far. And then it's like, whoa, that's fucked up. That's completely fucked up. Like, man. And it might be Powder. I thank you, Christopher Barkloff. It might be that. Day Stonewolf, This Man. I will look at that once I finish this story. Let's go on into it. So I'm listening to the guy, and I'm like, all right, well, man, if you want to take him over, I got a gun right here. And he was like, okay. And I was like, all right, well, here you go. So I gave him the gun, that little automatic gun that was in that movie where they killed the kid. All they had to do was like shoot him. You just zip it a couple times and like that. No probs. No problem at all. And it's crazy because then he takes it and he's like, okay, cool. And then I'm watching. I like peek my head out the window, and when I peek my head out the window, it's not the neighborhood that my apartment was in anymore. It's somewhere completely different. I was just in my apartment, and then I peeked my head out the window, and it was a completely different neighborhood, completely different. And I saw him walking down the street, and this person was walking down the street, and then he walks up to this building and just starts. He lights it up. Unrealistically, completely unrealistically. He didn't even refill. He just went like how it's a video game cheat code or something. But in my brain, in my sleepy headed brain, dreaming along, it was going, and it was just going and going and going. Set the damn building on fire, and I was like, holy shit, this just happened. And then I shut the curtain, and I was like, whoa. And then I'm starting to think like, holy shit, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Now I'm in trouble. I don't give a fuck about somebody being dead, but I'm in trouble now. Now I don't want to be in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble, man. Next thing I know, I hear a tap, tap, tap on my dorm. And I'm like, what is this? So I open the door, and it's the guy who I gave the gun to. And he's like, oh, my God, I can't believe I did that. I need to get out of here. I'm going to get in trouble. I don't know. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want all this stuff. And I was like, man, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Now, do you still have the gun? And he was like, yes. And I was like, okay, well, just give me the gun. I'll take care of that. You just need to walk around and act like you don't know what's going on until somebody says something to you. If somebody says something to you, then you got to defend yourself. But right now, nobody knows it was you, buddy. Get to moving. Get to stepping. And then I woke up. And then I woke up so relaxed because I was like, holy shit, what the hell just happened? Oh, man, I can't believe I was a fucking, what is it? You're like an accessory to a murder now? You helped somebody kill somebody? That's fucking shit. That's some shit. And I was so stressed. I did not want to. I did not want to wake. I didn't know that. I thought that was it. I thought that was it. I was like, oh shit, how did I get myself into this? How did I get myself into this? Didn't make any sense. That's not any type of rational reaction that I would have done. I would have never done something like that, or I've never really do anything like that in real life. That's why I'm sharing it here. But what a crazy dream. What a weird, and it just had me thinking. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Christopher Barkloff, you're describing The Raven by Edgar Allan Poe. There's a reason why Edgar Allan Poe has connected with so many people, because Edgar Allan Poe. Now I have to go read The Raven, and I'm sure that there's probably a whole lot of similarities between that dream and I'm familiar with The Raven, by the way, but I wasn't thinking about that. I'm glad that you brought that up, though. That's very interesting that you say that, Christopher, because that's a possibility. But there's a reason why Edgar Allan Poe made the what would you say? The impression, he touched a lot of people with his writing, and that's because probably they had similar thoughts, or they had similar dreams, and they had, like another one of his stories. I can't remember the name, but it was a guy who killed somebody and he buried them in his basement, and then when he was down there, he swore that he could hear their heart beating. He swore he could hear their heart beating. And that's a fucking crazy story. So Edgar Allan Poe's the shit, dude. I love me some Edgar Allan Poe. But it might be an Edgar Allan Poe type dream. It might be. God of Sparrows. When I was younger, I would normally dream about snakes. Snakes is very normal. Now, if you look up dream interpretations, there's a lot of stuff about snakes. But now let's get into interpreting these things, because obviously you're not able to tell exactly what a dream means. Is it telling you the future? Is it telling you what you think? Maybe it's not telling you anything at all, or maybe it is. But from what I've seen about like interpreting dreams, it's not necessarily, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to hear your story and then I'm going to tell you exactly what all this means. Somebody has to like do therapy with you for a while. They have to understand your life. They have to understand what's important to you and what the things are that make you click. And then hearing your dream, they'll be able to take the symbols that are important to you and then interpret what they are and what they mean. Maybe if they mean anything. There's no telling if they actually mean anything or not. It's crazy though. Dreams are one of those weird mysteries that we've always had, and everybody still has them. And you're asleep, your brain's going through the natural processes of cleaning itself out, and then while it's doing that, you see things. Sometimes you don't. Like most of the time, I don't dream. But here recently, I've been having a lot of dreams. But I've been way more active, and I've been sleeping a lot better because I'm way more active. And it just seems like those are just coming and coming and coming. God of Sparrows. Recently, I've been dreaming about tornadoes. Do you have a lot of tornadoes in your area, God of Sparrows? Is that like a normal thing for you guys? Do y'all have tornadoes? Rick Morris. I have the same recurring dream, and I do have a recurring dream. I think I've told it on here, but I'll tell it again in the future. But I have the same recurring dream often, that I'm back in high school and can't find my locker or the classroom I'm supposed to be in next. And you're probably stressing out. You're probably so stressed. You're probably very stressed about that. Like, man, what the hell am I going to do? I can't even find my next class. I can't even find my next class. I'm screwed. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it now. I don't think I'm going to be able to go to school and all that other good, stuff that's important to you when you're a high schooler, but not important whenever you're an adult, because all you got to do is just ask somebody, But you don't want to ask somebody when you're young. You don't want to ask somebody whenever you're a kid, because it'll make you look dumb, Edgar Allan Poe, The Telltale Heart. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Christopher Barclough. That's it. Thank you, Christopher. Good shit, Christopher Barclough. You're on it, man. You're really on it, Christopher Barclough. You're right here. You're right here, man. You're right here with old Jordane. Right here. God of Sparrows. Nope, not at all. I do remember one dream where I fought the devil and I won. How did you fight the devil? Now, how did the devil come up? How did the devil come up? That's one of the things. And I do want to ask Aunt Rhonda one of her craziest dreams. So I'm gonna have Aunt Rhonda in here in a couple of minutes, because we gotta get her perspective on it too, because I think that'll be a fun little conversation. Daystone Wolf, there was this one dream where I stood in front of my entire family and was holding a pistol in my hand, and my family just stood there waiting for me to do it. And then I put it in my mouth, and then boom, I woke up. Yeah, man, that's a tough one right there, Daystone Wolf. Did you think about that? Now, did you think about, like, why was I doing that? Why was my family waiting? Because that doesn't sound like a realistic thing at all. Your family wouldn't wait. They'd be grabbing that goddamn gun. They'd be, they would be desperate to try to stop you. So what is it? Are you able to figure out what that means? Because that's a tough one right there, man. That's a tough one. That one's hard to get through. I don't know. It just disappeared. It must have been deleted. But there we go. But that's a tough one, Daystone Wolf, and I really hope, and I want you to know that we're always fucking here for you, man. I would never try to tell you to call a suicide prevention hotline. Call me. Hit me up on the DMs, bro. Whatever you need, man. Like, talk. But if it's just a dream and it really just one of those things that throws you off and all those good stuff, you can't predict what's going to happen in a dream. And then you do that, and then it's like, and then you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? So Daystone Wolf, what were your thoughts when you woke up? What were you thinking when you woke up? Were you like, holy shit, I shouldn't have did that? Like, what was your thoughts then? How did you feel about that? Because that's a crazy one. That's a crazy one, man. Daystone Wolf, I mostly think of these crazy dreams as nothing much. But that's usually what they are. They are usually nothing much. You can interpret whatever you want out of them, but that's not a fact. That's not exactly what it is. Maybe it's an interpretation of whatever you think it may be, and you hope it to be that, but there we go. Daystone, no, Christopher Barclough, I have been having dreams, some good, some bad. I have some good, some bad too. But that's just part of it. We always do. We always have good and bad, good and bad. Nope, not at all. I do remember one dream where I fought the devil, God of Sparrows. I have no idea. It was a long while back. But that's fascinating that you were in there with the devil. And maybe you, instead of it was the devil, maybe it was your devil. Maybe it was your demons. Because I'm a big believer in, I'm very spiritual, but I'm not religious. And I know that's cliche bullshit, bullshit. But maybe the devil that you were fighting, because we all have the devil is our demons. The devil is our flaws. The devil is the things that's trying to stop us from being successful in our lives. And that means successful not only monetarily, health-wise, family-wise, socially, everything. So maybe you were fighting your devil and you beat him. And you beat your devil. And you beat your demon. That's what it sounds like to me. Because if you're fighting the devil, everybody knows about the devil. Everybody knows about the devil. And the interpretation for my dream is, I don't know. Maybe I should have been a drug lord. I don't know. Daystone Wolf. I mostly think of these crazy dreams as nothing much. I think I read that one, but yes. Yeah. Probably nothing much. Probably. Stephen Fowler, I had a dream a while back. I was training and woke up. The damn blinds and curtains off the wall. Woke up to the damn blinds and curtains off the wall. Oh, you must have like just like started flinging your body all around and doing everything, like just going crazy. You must have been going cray-cray, brother. Daystone Wolf, I woke up. I was in a cold sweat. Then I sat up. It was like 3 or 4 a.m. I said to myself, what the hell was that? And I stayed up watching YouTube to get my mind off of it. Yeah. That sounds like, I'm sure that I've had a similar dream to that, Daystone Wolf, and I'm sure that that was my same reaction. I've had dreams where I woke up and I was like, what the fuck did I just do? Because if you notice, that was Daystone Wolf doing it himself, making his own decision in his dream. And I've done some very similar shit. Usually it's me hurting other people. And then me being like, what did I do? I'm so bad. I'm such a bad boy. And I am a bad boy. I get it. I'm flawed. You know? We are all flawed in one way or another. Oh, here's an interesting one. After this one, I'm going to go on and recruit Aunt Rhonda for the podcast so that we can have a little bit of a conversation about how, what some of her crazy dreams was. Has she had any crazy dreams? So Stephanie Cook, Mom and I would have the same dream, but in mine, a plane would crash in one of the fields on our farm. In hers, she was in the sunroom of their house, and the plane crashed into the house. They built it where the plane had crashed in mine. I stopped having them after she died. That's like some universe type stuff right there. You stopped having it after she died, and you were having the same dream. Now, did she tell you about her dream, and then you started having her dream? Or did you guys just be like, oh, I've had this, that your mom come to you and say, oh, I have this crazy dream. It's just crazy, but I do have this dream. And then your mom was like, and then you were like, oh no, I have the same dream. That's crazy that you were telling me about the same dream that I have. If you're connected in that way, where you didn't even communicate with each other, that's fucking crazy. Now, if you kind of did tell each other, that's pretty normal, actually. If she told you about the dream and then you had the dream yourself, that's part of it. And then, of course, your dream's going to be a little bit different because you're not your mom. But if you're having pretty similar dreams like that, that's some crazy shit. That's some crazy, crazy, crazy shit. But, Stephanie, we were just talking. I don't remember how it came up. Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy. Christopher Barclough, some of my dreams are scary. Like I'm dressed like a killer. Yeah, you might be crazy. You might be crazy, Christopher. You might be crazy, and that's okay. We're all a little crazy. Daystone Wolf, as I was raising the gun in my dream, I tried to stop myself, but my arm felt like another force was pushing me to do it. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, when I do bad things, like that's how I felt when I was like, here, I have the gun. And then they knocked on the door. They came tapping on my doorway. And then they came back, and I was like, okay, yeah, well, just give me the gun, stupid. Don't say anything to anybody. Just shut the fuck up and get out of here. Where the fuck did that come from? Why would I even be an accomplice in this shit? Why would I even accept the fact? Why would I give him a gun? Where did I get the gun? How did any of this even... none of it made sense, but I was fucking petrified until I woke up, and I was like, oh, okay. Whew, that wasn't real. Okay, we're good. That was not real. That was not real. Now I feel better. God of Sparrows. One of my dreams was my family hating me. I woke up crying, and normally I don't wake up crying from a sad dream. But this one, sometimes you do, though. Sometimes they mess with you so much where it feels so real. And it's like, especially if it's your family. If it's your family, dude, like that's one of the worst things you can do. That's the worst. That's some of the worst alienation anybody could have, is their family hating their guts. It's crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to go get Aunt Rhonda. I'm going to give her a heads up on what the episode is about and get her thinking about her story, and then we will be right back. So give me a moment, and we'll be right back. All right, Instagram, we'll be right back. Hold on. All right, guys. Can everybody hear us? Can everybody hear us? Very well. It looks very good.
Everyone miss me?
I'll turn up the gain. Boom. We got the gain. Okay, now.
Okay.
So we're talking about dreams. Now let me go to the comments real quick, and I'm going to get you updated. I'm going to get you caught up with a little bit of the comments that we had with people sharing dreams. First of all, my dream was I helped somebody murder somebody, and then they got scared. And then they came back to me and they were like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And then I was like, give me the stupid gun and then don't say anything to anybody. And just wait. If somebody says something to you, then just act dumb. It's a fucked up dream, right? But then other people have had, we're all fucked up. Now, the beautiful thing about it is, Guy, we all have a bunch of fucked up dreams. So
Stephanie said her mom would have the same dream.
Yeah, exactly. Isn't that some crazy shit? They had the same dream. So I asked her, like, did she tell you that, or did y'all? And she said that she brought it up, and then she was like, oh no, really? I have the same dream. That's some crazy shit. We were just talking. I don't know how it came up. She had found out she had cancer. She died not a year later. We started dreaming them before she was diagnosed. I think the dream was trying to tell us that she was sick before we found out. And that might be your body. That might be your body and your brain trying to tell you something. Allison said, "What's up, Rhonda?" over here on the Instagram. This is a different platform.
Anyway,
Christopher
hello,
Barclough.
Everyone. It's been a while.
It's been a little bit. It's been a
he
little
won't
bit.
let me come around. He's like, yeah, Rhonda, you're too much.
I never said you're too much.
You said it.
It's hard for me to manage this shit. Christopher Barclough. I dreamed my late dog Oreo was with me, and I'm holding him again. Oh.
No, that's a great dream, though.
That's a good
like
dream, though. That is a good dream,
yeah.
though.
I still sleep with my puppies.
And Lori said, "Hi, Aunt Rhonda." Everybody knows you. You're everybody's aunt. You're everybody's Aunt Rhonda.
Hi, Lori.
And by the way, at wrestling shows, everybody asks me about Aunt Rhonda.
Aunt Rhonda needs to
They're
come.
like, "How's Aunt Rhonda? We need
I
Aunt Rhonda."
don't know why he doesn't invite me to the shows. I think I might.
She's coming.
Like,
She's coming. She's coming after
It'll be
in October.
like,
Aunt Rhonda's going to be at all my shows.
Does she really need her beer?
Yeah, but no, she needs her beer. But no, of course. Once we get Dreama up here, then we'll have the whole crew.
Right on.
Me, you, and
right
Dreama,
on.
that's the whole crew right there. I'm telling you. All right, so we got hi Aunt Rhonda, hey Rhonda. So do you have any type of, and it doesn't have to be a bad, like we went down the bad route.
We all had the flying dreams. Who hasn't had a flying
What's
dream?
a flying dream?
Everyone flies in their dreams.
Nobody said anything about flying today.
Anyone? Let's hear it. Let's hear it on both. Let's hear it. Who's flied in their dreams?
Like Superman flying?
Flown, or who's flown in their
Like
dreams?
Superman though, right?
Well, yeah, or a
I'm
bird.
pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that I think that I've had dreams like that where I was like, man, it would be great if I could just fly. And I remember flying, and I remember feeling like the wind in my hair and the wind. I think that I remember that. Yeah, and then you go splat, and then you wake up. Oh shit! I just woke up.
We have some mirror buildings up the road. Dead birds all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yup, they just run right into it.
Not that Boy Cat doesn't bring us things. He brought us a chipmunk the other day.
I was about to say, Boy Cat does what he does.
I can't read
Christopher
that.
Barclough said, "I never had a flying dream."
What? Come on.
A lot of people haven't. That might be a generational thing too. That might have been like.
I am not the generation he thinks I am.
You're not a boom. You're not the booms. You're not part of the booms.
I make up my own generation. I'm the generation.
Mahoney said.
Generation.
Mahoney Games said, "I have dreams where I'm falling." I think that's more
I've
often.
had those too. Yeah,
I think that's more often. Like you'll definitely get the ones where you're falling and then you wake up
and
like, oh,
hope you don't hit bottom.
Yeah, you wake up and you're like, oh shit, I don't want to hit
you're
bottom.
dead when you hit bottom.
Yeah,
Someone's
that
like,
makes
if you
sense.
hit bottom, like that's when you're like,
then you're actually dead. Then that's your death. Your actual death is happening then.
Mine's
Now,
not gonna
Daystone
happen
Wolf. One last story. Daystone Wolf. Daystone Wolf had a dream where he was standing in front of his family and he had a gun and they were waiting for him to do it. And then he pulled it up and shot his head.
No,
listen. And, well, we got to have conversations. And sometimes it's not a good conversation.
I just love you, though. I hope that you find peace in your soul.
And, well, Mahoney, that's why. We got into it. So Mahoney was like, not Mahoney, I'm sorry, Daystone Wolf. So Mahoney, my bad, brother, my bad. Daystone Wolf was like, well, I tried to stop it, but it wasn't stopping. And then I woke up right whenever I pulled the trigger. And then when he woke up, he was like, what happened? What? You know, and you freak out. You freak out.
Did you have an appreciation? I'm sure there was.
Did it
more
make
of
you
an,
appreciate? Yeah.
I'm sure I would appreciate
it
more.
would
I'd
me
be
too.
like, oh, my heart would be fluttering.
Yeah. My heart was fluttering because I didn't know the cops come find me.
So has anyone? Edgar Allan Poe has a story about the people under the floor.
Yep, I just went over that one.
That scares the shit.
Well,
I've had stories where I've murdered people.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Aunt Rhonda.
Oh,
Aunt
God,
Rhonda.
they're under the floor.
So who was it? Who was it back over here? Was it Christopher? I think it was Christopher who said that. Oh no, he was telling me though. He said that my dream sounded like the Raven. And then I was
that's
like,
what it is. That's
and then
it.
exactly, but then he brought up the Telltale Heart, which is the one in the basement. That's the where you're down. You kill somebody, you bury them in your basement, and then you hear their heartbeat.
I had a friend.
That's some dark shit there.
And I would not know this if it wasn't for our friend Steve. God rest his soul.
Yep. R.I.P. Steve.
He just rest in peace because he just taught me so much about literature.
Yeah, he was a teacher. He was a English teacher.
He would read to me and he would teach me French. I don't remember any of it, but he tried. But he was
as long as he tried, though.
The sweetest, kindest, and he loved me to pieces. That's
what matters. That's what matters. That's really what matters.
No matter who
that
we
was
are,
real
we
love.
love each other.
That was real love.
But anyway, I would have never really even known that he was his grave is right up the street, right in Baltimore City. I grew up there. He's like, Rhonda, how do you not know that? And he grew up in New York. He didn't even drive a car.
Yeah, he didn't even drive. He didn't have I had to drive him around all the time. I had to drive his ass around, but he paid real well.
Life was so good.
He paid real well, though.
Well, he taught me, and that's how I learned about it. And then I read the little short stories, and I was like, oh, my God, this is some sick-ass shit. God damn.
Got our sparrows. We're going to come to your comment next. Let me hit up Daystone Wolf. Daystone Wolf, one last story. I was at my cousin's place where we were just talking when after a while of talking, I went outside to his porch, pulled a smoke out, and after smoking, I pulled a pistol out of my coat and went in my cousin's house and pointed the pistol. And after a lot of inner tension, I shot him. Then I heard police sirens and I woke up. That's some crazy shit. See? We're all fucked up. Why are we so fucked up? It's all like crazy shit that you would never do, but then like your brain's like, here's some evil shit.
What's
you
want
to think about that?
Well, I mean, people.
What's going on in your brain?
There's stuff in your head that, like, you feel about people, and you go to sleep, and you're like, "Well, damn, I didn't know I felt like that."
That's true. You wake up, you're like, "Damn, I didn't want to kill him. I might have slapped him. I would have slapped him and been like, "Do you learn your lesson?" No. Well, if they didn't, then maybe I'll kill him. And you didn't learn your lesson, maybe I gotta kill you.
I would not do well in jail.
I'll kill him in the ring.
I'm not a jailer.
Like Arn Anderson?
I'll
shoot your fucking brains out, bitch. Like Arn Anderson.
Not a jailer.
He said that on national television, so I can do it too. Great promo, by the way. I loved it. All right, got a sparrows. In one of my dreams, my grandparents brought me my mom back, but she had like a zipper on the back of her neck. The grandparents then said they found her soul in someone else. Whoa.
That's pretty.
The dream happened a couple or so days after my mom passed. Whoa. Got a sparrows. That one right there.
That's some heavy stuff, baby doll. That's some heavy stuff.
That's some heavy. That's very heavy right there. And that right there, that definitely, especially when she passed away like that, that has to be some type of, yes, that has to be some type of symbology. We were talking about symbology earlier because dreams aren't going to tell you anything, but if we know each other, if we know who we are, and we know what the symbols in our personal lives mean, then it can give us an idea of what maybe our brain's trying to tell us. Doesn't mean it makes any sense, doesn't mean anything, but it does sound like you wanted your mom, like, of course you want your mother, like, of course.
Well, who doesn't?
And then
even
the zipper.
If you have your mother and she's not there, you still want your mother.
But the thing is, the crazy thing about that dream is she had her mother, but the zipper told her that it wasn't really her mother.
Right. That's
so sad. She knew. It's like reality is, yes, my mother's here, but she's not. Mm-hmm. And then they said they found the soul in someone else. That means she's not. That's not your mother. That's heavy. Got us.
You sort of had some shit like that yourself.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to be mean.
Probably. Yeah. Probably.
So I'll be.
You're not being mean.
Was not a dream. I was wide awake. It was the middle of the day, and my father had passed away a few months before.
Yeah.
And I'm standing in my kitchen, and I'm washing dishes, and I had a door, and there was a window, and there was a path coming out up my backyard, and I turned and I saw my father.
But you saw him.
I saw him, and I had never believed any of that in my whole life, and there he was. But then when I turned back, he was gone.
When you saw him, what was he doing? Was
Walking
he
up,
just
walking.
He was like
toward
coming.
me.
He was like coming home.
But he's come to me in my dreams before too, twice.
What did he do in your dreams?
So
And when you say he came to you in your dreams, did he?
He talked to me.
He came to you, you were talking to your father. You were talking to Grandpa, like my grandfather.
It was like really crazy. So for some reason, my sister Dreama, who also is deceased, and I have unfortunately not had her come back to me, but my dad for some reason has, and my sister Dreama and my mother, like, they had to have his grave blessed, and I mean, we already had done the funeral, and they just didn't want to let anything go. It was like
So like he passed away, and then they had to do the
like
funeral.
a month later.
They had to do the funeral.
More.
They had hold on. Let's just wait.
The
We're at the funeral. Yeah, we're at the funeral.
We're at the funeral.
So okay, so he passed away, and then instead of bury him, it was we got to do this, we got to do that, we got to do this, we got to do that, and he's just trying to.
He's already buried, and then they want to go back to the grave.
Oh.
And they take the So his name was Father Chuck. We grew up with him. He was a deacon when we were growing up. He actually was the one that baptized Tony.
That's awesome.
But anyway, long story short, he went with Dreama and my mother and Robin and Dawn, and they all went to the grave. And I said, I'm not going. So the night before, I went to sleep, and my father came crying to me. This is a crazy dream, and I don't even know how I remember this, but you asked me about a crazy dream.
Yeah, but this is real shit right here.
This is real. And he said, they won't let me go. All he kept saying, and maybe it was self-conscious, and I went to sleep, and I was like, "Oh my God, they
that's
just
heavy,
they got to let it go."
Christ.
And I
think you told me the story, but that's fucked.
All I kept hearing was, and he was crying, and my father never really cried. I mean, he drank and he kind of like boo-hooed, but not like a cry.
Like crying.
But he was crying, and he's like, "Rhonda, they won't let me go." He's like, "They just won't let me go."
Wow.
And again, it probably was like, I don't even know. Maybe it was there, but yep, my daddy came to me in my dream and said, "Damn it, Rhonda, man, they gotta." And so I didn't go that day.
Do you think that like maybe that was him trying to help you get over because I
wasn't going to go anyway.
No,
I was like,
you wanted to let it go.
I'm done with it already.
You wanted to let it go. You should let it go.
And he had been sick for a long time,
Yeah.
so it was, and not that it was easy when he did pass. Like,
Right, but you
think
knew, but
you're
you had
ready,
an
but you
idea.
didn't pass. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, crazy dream. Yep, my
That's
father was
a
crying to me,
very
saying,
crazy one.
It's kind of time.
And he's trying to tell you.
And I told my mother and my sister that at the time.
Wow. Yeah.
I told them both that at the time.
What did they say? What was their
They're
reaction?
like, well, okay, I understand. Because I told them I wasn't going. I'm like, I'm not going to do this with
can't
you.
do it.
And I didn't go.
Well,
So
I think that was probably the right choice.
Yeah.
And maybe that was maybe that was you, but maybe that was him telling you.
I felt it.
Yeah, exactly.
I felt it. I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Maybe it was him.
He knows I loved him.
Yep.
Come
of
on.
course. Yeah.
We love him. We love.
God of Sparrow said, I had a dream about my dad saying goodbye to me, which that also happened a couple of days after he passed.
Yeah, see? I think that they're still close by, and they want to say, hey, I'm still here. I love you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Stephanie, bedtime for me. Night, Stephanie. Have a good night.
Good
This
night.
is awesome. Mahoney Games. I once had a plane crash dream, but I could swear it was real. I think I watched too much air crash investigation documentaries. That might be why I'm murdering people, because I watch too many murder I don't watch any. I watch wrestling documentaries and.
I'm a huge documentary of murderers.
Yeah.
Inside the mind.
But a lot of the sad thing is, all the wrestling documentaries are all fucked up, so they're right up her alley. She would love wrestling documentaries because they're all fucked up.
I watch them though. I do watch them.
Yeah, they are
I
what
mean,
they are.
it's sad. It's sad. The mother. Sorry. So the people hit their heads and they get all whacked up in there.
Yep,
It's like
yep.
football players.
It's like football players and wrestlers. Wrestlers too.
That's what I said. It's like
Yep.
football players. Y'all
Yep,
are messing
same
with them
shit.
heads.
Same shit. It's very true. I
You
try
bang
to take
that
care
thing
of it.
on the floor. It's like a big
Yep.
melon. Boing.
Daystone Wolf, my opinion on the dreams was that they're crazy, and I don't pay attention
crazy.
to them and just move on. Are there demons in the house? There are a lot of screams.
Sometimes I think about it though.
Yeah.
Sometimes I pay attention just because I think it makes you think.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, damn.
Well,
Wow.
like I told the people on here, and I told Andrea, but like I have demons that follow me, and it's not like a bad thing because everyone has their own demons. So you have your good side and you have your bad side. You have every side that you have to accept, and the demons do follow you. And people ask me, and I was like, yeah, I just had to move into Aunt Rhonda's fucking room again, and I feel like they knew where I was, and now they moved from the apartment. They're back here now. I've already seen a couple of signs where they're back here now, because things are moved into positions that are unnatural, and then you're like, I didn't put that there. What the fuck is that doing there? And then I ask Andrea. Nobody did anything. I ask you, did you do anything?
No, you're right.
I ask everybody. I'm like, did you anybody?
It's probably
No?
Boy Cat. It's probably Boy Cat.
Boy Cat is the demon of them all, though. Boy Cat is the demon of them all.
Try to get a good night's sleep. Meow.
Christopher Barclough. I believe dreams can tell the future. Maybe. And
I've had that. What is it called? Deja vu.
Clairvoyance. Oh, deja vu. Clairvoyance is in the future. Deja vu is something that you experienced in the past, but now you're experiencing it now.
It's like,
but you knew it. But you're like, wait a minute. I've been here.
This has happened before.
Yeah, this has happened before.
That shit's cool.
Yeah, I had that the other night while I was at training, and I was like, whoa, this has happened. But it's weird because it made me feel like I was on the right path. It made me think that like I was like, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, even though because. I love my wrestling, and then I get stressed out about work, and then I just work, and then I don't focus on wrestling, and that holds me back a lot. And now that I have the perspective that I have now I realize because of you that none of that matters. You need to do your shit. So that's why I'm at training all the time. That's why I'm on top of my shit, and it's because Aunt Rhonda told me. I need to fucking do what's best for me. I don't need to, you only live one life, and you're wasting it. Don't fucking waste it. Don't matter if you're not going to be successful. You're going to be successful. Whatever. At least you tried. And I wasn't even trying. I was trying a little bit, but I wasn't. When I try, it's different. When I try, I don't fuck around. But I was fucking around. And I was very not happy about myself with that. So you helped me a lot with that.
I'm sort of fucking around right now.
Yeah, but you deserve it. You've earned that shit though, Aunt Rhonda. You've earned that shit though.
I sort of.
All right, well jump on the
Taking a
comments one more
sabbatical.
time. If y'all got some stories, we'll head on to them, and then we're gonna jump off here though. I think we're good to go. What's that? Amazon delivers at fucking 7:50.
Wow, yeah, that's
did you order?
Thank you. Oh, that's the lawnmower parts.
Oh, he's got like a head
I
flashlight on and everything.
know. I know. John, look, there he is.
Hold on, look at this. We got the Amazon guy here. I'm showing everybody. Yeah, we got the Amazon guy here making a delivery.
It's Amazon parts for the lawnmower, the ride-on.
Yeah, the lawnmower. She's
One of
repairing
Ronnie's-
the lawnmower.
One of Ronnie's brothers.
Yeah. I got a lot of brothers. And
Tried
one of
to
them,
do some
he was trying to fix it,
repairs.
but he just didn't have experience. He had his heart was in the right place, and all of our hearts are in the right
They
place.
all are.
And
Beautiful
I
people.
told them about.
Beautiful people.
I told you
The beautiful people.
So that window right there, the middle pane was what I shoulder blasted this morning or last night or kind of this morning.
And my friend John was kind enough to come in.
Aunt Rhonda had a friend who could repair it in a day. In a day, it was repaired, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm glad that was fixed." Because I move into Aunt Rhonda's room, I'm like, "It's going to be temporary, Aunt Rhonda. I promise. You won't even know I'm here." And 2 a.m. in the morning, it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin, my favorite wrestler.
I heard him come in. I was like,
His
"Ooh,
music
what did
busts.
he drop?"
No, I didn't.
Look, the dude's still outside.
What is he dropping off? He's dropping off a lot of shit, huh?
It's 2 boxes. I mean,
What was it? Jesus
How
Christ.
come the light's not coming outside?
I don't know.
It's dark out there.
God of Sparrows, the other day when you were saying you're good enough meant a lot to me. I don't normally hear that from people. God of Sparrows, that's it's don't even it's not even in a I'm good enough. What are you not good enough for? Don't even think
And
about
for
that.
who?
For
And
who? For
who's
what?
judging?
No. If anybody were to judge you, first of all, they're the fucking idiots because people are idiots. You know that. People are idiots. You are good enough. Of course you're good enough. You're better. You're better than anything. Stay positive and keep your head up. You have to keep your head up. Of course. Of course you're good enough. Good enough. You're better. You're better. Seriously. You're
we're
better.
here, man.
And I already know, like
Stay positive.
in November, we've been doing the Just Jordane shows, which I've been doing podcasts for 2 years now, but I've been doing the Just Jordane show for a whole year. And it's like,
I'm a Jordane.
God of Sparrows has been there this whole time, and God of Sparrows is a great person, and she's awesome, and she actually
Don't
was
ever
one
think
of
you're not good enough, and don't ever measure yourself against anyone.
no. And she was one of my
Ever.
fans that were one of my fans down in Florida, and she went down there and then saw the show and jumped on it and was like, yeah. But that's what this show's about. This show really is about us having a good community here where we support each other.
I mean, you know what I hate about life sometimes is people make you feel bad about yourself, but who in the
Yep.
hell are they?
Exactly.
And if they need to make you feel like
Exactly.
that, then they can just there's something wrong with them.
Mhm.
Because I've lived my
That's
whole
their
life
problem.
feeling like, growing up, like, who am I? What am I coming from? Where am I going? And
Mm-hmm.
then all of a sudden I was like, well, I'm me. Hey, I'm
Well, I'm at that
loud.
point now.
I'm loud, I'm obnoxious, and I don't give a shit what
But I'm
you
at that
say.
point now because I never accepted who I was.
Well, I had to because I took care of myself for a long time.
You took care of everybody. You took care of the whole goddamn family.
Whatever. Well, I'm out.
A whole goddamn family. We're almost there. We're almost there. Mahoney Games. Things always teleport around my house. Well, because you got demons, Mahoney. Stephen
Well,
Fowler.
I have demons. I don't know who mine are right now.
They're around. They're around.
It's been a while.
Since I seen my demons in my bedroom at night. That was a good improv. Stephen Fowler. When I used to drink, I had some really crazy effing dreams. Yeah, I believe it. I believe
I
it.
quit drinking liquor for a long. I don't. Drink
Oh yeah,
liquor,
you gotta be
no
careful.
more
Aunt Rhonda
liquor.
can't. No, Aunt Rhonda can't handle. She's not a liquor girl. She's the Native American comes out of her when she has liquor, which means. Mahoney Games. They say view messes with me. The Shaw view messes with me. I don't know what you mean, Mahoney. Is that a typo? Christopher Barclough. If anyone knows dreams, is Robert Englund, aka Freddy Krueger.
Oh, that's scary. I don't want that in my dreams. That's for damn sure.
Christopher Barclough. Jordane tells it like it is. Yes, sir. And always remember that. That's what we're here about. Like I told you, I don't give a fuck. Whatever it is, I'm independent. I do what I want, and I want to be as honest as possible. And that's our angle. Our gimmick and our angle is telling it like it is and just being as honest as possible.
I don't even
And
know
it's
any other
honest
way.
from our perspective because nobody's 100% right. I'll just have opinions. And if I have opinions, that's cool. Are they right or wrong? I don't know. I just have my opinions.
If you don't
That's
like
all
them,
it is.
change your channel.
Exactly. Change the channel.
Change your channel.
Christopher Barclough, I do have self-doubt sometimes. We all do.
Yeah, we do. But you can't manifest on it, man. You got to keep it just like, all right, you know what, though? You know what I do? Real quick on all this, just so y'all know. When I go to a party and I don't really know anyone, I'm like, I can be anybody I want.
Oh, yeah.
Have I told you that before?
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, that's true. That's good
used to
advice, though.
I used to tell Adam that. I'm like, you know what? They only know what you let them know. Nobody knows who you are. Who are you? You're you. What you show people, that's up to you.
Perception is reality.
Yep. Yep.
Whatever they perceive is reality. So you have that
I can
decision.
do some acting too, boy.
Yeah,
That's
you
like,
just act.
Oh, really?
Yep. That's where I get my acting from. I'm a really good actor too. I can fake that shit real good. Dennis is doing really good from Lisa Nolan. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you, Lisa, for giving us the heads up on Dennis. We'll give some claps for Dennis, and hopefully he has a speedy recovery. Mahoney, I can't spell it. This already happened thing messes with my mind. What messes with your mind, Mahoney? Before we get off here, we're about to jump off. I'm going to jump back over here. God of Sparrows said, I love you both.
Thank
God
you.
of Sparrows, we love you.
Thank you.
You know I love you, but Aunt Rhonda loves you too.
Well, because people are real. Just be real. I love anybody that's real.
Me too.
I don't have no bull crap on.
No bullshit.
I don't have time for that. I'm
We
too
don't
old
have
for that.
time for bullshit.
We don't
No,
all
no.
need to know how old I am. Let's just say I'm
Old enough.
almost a little bit older than him.
Oh, but then me? She saw me being born. She wiped my shitty diapers.
Well, You know, somebody had to.
You make it sound like nobody, but probably nobody really was.
That's not what I meant.
Probably nobody really was, though, so she had to do it.
Not.
She was like, this ghetto-ass baby ain't going to get his diaper wiped. Let me wipe his diaper.
The highlight of my life on the weekends when you were little was your mom would let me keep you on the weekends.
Because she wanted to party on the weekends.
I'm talking about her.
Oh, yeah, okay.
None my business.
Christopher Barclough laughing. Lisa Nolan, we love you too. Keep the prayer going, Dennis. Absolutely, Dennis. We have our prayers for you.
Keep it up, baby. Keep it up, baby.
Yes.
You're worth it. You're worth everything.
Mahoney Games, I can't spell it. This already happened. Things mess with my mind. It's all good, Mahoney. No worries, Mahoney. No worries. All right. So this was a fun night, and I think that okay.
I was
so
too.
You know,
I had a stinking old look at me.
Did you used to watch Jerry Springer?
Well, I mean, not much. I did have a
But
job.
you have an idea about Jerry Springer.
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, yeah, it was daylight. It was daytime. But you're aware of Jerry Springer, right? So Jerry Springer used to have a spot on his show called Final Thoughts. And he would have his final thoughts.
End of the night. Okay.
Yeah, but his final thoughts were like, okay, all this chaos and
inspirational.
there was all bullshit, craziness.
Are you doing your final thoughts?
Yeah, we're doing our final thoughts. We have to do our final thoughts now.
I was going to do mine, and then you can do
Yeah,
yours.
exactly. Do it. Go, roll. Let's do it.
My final thought is I'm thankful for all of you and your feedback. And believe me, it feels good when people appreciate you. So I appreciate myself, and I hope you all appreciate yourself. Good night.
That's most important. And then, God of Sparrows, make sure to post some nice pictures of you with your new haircut. I will. You got that, God of Sparrows. That's coming up. Mahoney Games, Deja Vu. That's what it's called. Oh, I got you. It messes with my mind whenever it happens to me. Yes, that's what we were talking about. We were talking about the final, Deja Vu, because Deja Vu's kind of partly a dream as well. So it's one of those things. So my final thoughts are, guys, dreams aren't like, they're not reality. They're not exact reality. They can sometimes be. You can be reliving a moment or whatever, or you're just making up crazy scenarios in your head. Maybe your brain is trying to tell you something, or maybe you're trying to process the reality that you're dealing with, and then your brain kind of like throws out some crazy shit. There's no telling what exactly happens. If there is even a purpose for dreams, there's no telling. Evolutionarily, there's no telling if there is a purpose for dreams. But if you can extract any type of positive feelings, any type of positive momentum out of it, anything positive that you can do, get it out of it. Get whatever you can out of it. Try to learn as many lessons as you can from it. That's one of the most important things you can do. Try to stay as positive as possible. And you guys know how we are. This is our community here. And I love you guys. I hope you all have a great night. I'm going to go through the comments one more time, and we're going to get out of here. God of Sparrows, you got it. Christopher Barclough, final thoughts? Oh, Lori, Aunt Rhonda needs to come on more often. She definitely is. Definitely is. We're going to figure that out, because I've been talking to Aunt Rhonda about starting her own YouTube page so that she can give her thoughts from her perspective, because she's a 50-year-old woman who's living in the world today, and there's always a lot of information you can get from her. I've learned so much from Aunt Rhonda, more than anybody in my family. She's taught me so much about life, and I'm still learning from her. So Aunt Rhonda is there. She's everybody's aunt. Even at wrestling shows, guys, if y'all see Aunt Rhonda there, call her Aunt Rhonda and say hi, because she'll say Aunt Rhonda loves everybody, and she'll say hi. She's 100% down. But anyway, God of Sparrows, I'm probably going to make an edit of you. Do it. do it, God of Sparrows. Please do it. Christopher Barclough, please sleep well. Sweet dreams. Good night. Have a good night, buddy. You got it, brother. You have a good night as well. Mahoney Games, I hope everyone had a good night. Thanks for the entertainment. Thank you, Mahoney, for being here. Love you guys. Thank you, Lori, for the comment. Aunt Rhonda needs to be here more often, and that's going to be the last one. We definitely are going to have Aunt Rhonda on here more, maybe once a week, I'm thinking, until we build up her stuff so that we can have her repertoire, because she has, I have my own personality, but she is her own personality herself. as you can tell. And this was a very fun, great night. And I love you guys. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'll see you all back here on Tuesday. I might do a Monday stream, might not. We'll see how that goes. I do have a lot of important stuff that I'm working on as we go. So I love you guys. I hope that you guys have a great night. I had a great night. We will see you all next week. Bye, guys.